Yo, 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 what is up? Welcome back to your weekly edition of No Debate with your two hosts here, Young D Fly.
Young D.
So without any further ado, let's get it going. Let's get it rolling.
Right into it. So Isaiah Thomas signed with the Nuggets on a $2 million 1 year deal. That's something. That sucks.
Yeah, that
A
sucks.
year
Is
and a
what
half
that
ago, you're
does.
talking about they're gonna have to bring
Brinks
the Brinks
trucks, baby.
trucks. Like,
Brinks trucks.
Yeah, like,
And
I got your money right here. IT. I got it right here, but
he's hurting. He's definitely hurting.
yeah, man. He's 32. 30 years old.
Yeah,
so like,
he is.
he's like running out of time.
He's out of time.
Yeah.
Because like his body will probably hold up better than others, but he's out of time. Cause
Yeah, man. Because you can't pay a 5'8" point guard
Right.
more than 10
He was
million.
31.
Yeah.
Right. That's
Unless
not
he
Brinks
really
truck
puts
money.
up fucking numbers again.
Right.
But even still, it's not
It's-
happening.
Honestly though, like I like the fit. No, I don't. You know, I take that back. I don't like the fit. I don't. That's an all offense team. Like I have no doubt they're making the playoffs, and that was before they signed him. So now that he's with them, I still have no doubts they're making the playoffs. But they're not playing no defense on the way to get there, and we know what defense does.
It wins championship.
Wins
I don't understand the whole what they were trying to gain from signing that. Because like they're too young to compete for a championship right now.
Yeah.
And he's a player that you'd want to sign if you were trying to make the run. You need your second or third star. So it makes more sense for them to just let their young players, get playoff minutes, like Jamal Murray and fucking Will Barton and what's the other one? What's the other guy's name?
Jokic,
No, the other guard. They have another guard.
Jamal Murray, Gary Harris.
Gary Harris, yeah. So it makes more sense to let them get minutes and get their playoff experience. So down the road in like 3 years, when they're more developed, they're ready. But by bringing in IT, he's so ball dominant, and he's just such a high volume shooter. It just takes so much away from the rest of the team and the flow of everything.
Right.
So I just don't get what they're even trying to gain by signing him.
It's almost like their offseason was built on low risk, high reward maneuvers. What you saw in the draft with Porter, you're now seeing in the offseason with Isaiah Thomas. This even though I don't think it'll work, $2 million. That's nothing.
It's just kind of like why not?
Right. It's why not. It's the same thing with the Warriors and Boogie. At $2 million, he could sit on the bench and burn a hole in that bench, and they're like, okay, well, we didn't lose that much because we're making the playoffs. In my opinion, anyway. I don't see what they were going for. Because like you said, it just takes minutes from young guys who need to get those, because I think they're better positioned than the Suns to be competing out of the West in the future. But if they really are key on getting them playoff experience versus just preparing them for the future, but getting them experience now, I could see the move. But still, they would play no defense because Isaiah's a liability. And they have no one there.
Defensive liability in the league.
And there's no one that, like Gary Harris is a great defensive player, but if he's guarding Isaiah Thomas's guy, Isaiah can't guard a shooting guard.
Anyone.
You know what I'm saying?
Giving up 8 inches.
Right. And they don't have a defensive specialist small forward. They got Paul Millsap, but there's a
Millsap's
lot of
not
good
even
bigs in the
lockdown
league that
defender.
Paul would have to write.
Yeah. He's not like bad. He's not like a liability.
Right,
He's
right.
not like the defensive anchor.
Sure.
Neither is Jokic.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Jokic don't play no defense. So I don't. And if he comes off the bench, maybe it's a little bit better, but because he would have to, because Jamal Murray's gonna start. So. And then he's probably less of a defensive liability because he'd have easier assignments, but still, but he's not gonna be happy coming off the bench. That's
he's not, because he wants his money, so he's gonna really be trying to show out. So I don't think he really cares about winning as much as putting up stats.
Did you say you saw Gary Harris ranked as a small forward, right?
That was on like Google. That's what they said.
Maybe I'm just
they have
theorizing.
Gary Harris and Will Barton as small forward, but they're 6'4" and 6'5".
They got Will Barton as small forward. Okay, then never mind.
It's just, I don't know what they're saying.
But if they do go really small and they put Isaiah in the starting lineup next to Jamal Murray, because Jamal Murray is a shooting guard who they're forcing to play point guard. Gary Harris is a shooting guard, but if they go small, put him at the small forward, and then they got Millsap and Jokic, that lineup is pretty good, especially because they won't have Porter this first year. It's not, Warriors
it's just
good, but it's it'll be
in the
some
West, Isaiah Thomas is gonna get hooped on every night.
But that's the thing. People always love to say that, but you don't just play the Western Conference the whole season.
Yeah, but you play them
do it in
like
in the
75% of the times you play.
Right, but that's not all you play. So he will still have those times
the
when he
greater
play
majority.
the Magic, and they have no point guard, and he gets to work in.
Oh no, I don't.
That's a Mavericks.
Never mind.
The Magic, you know what I'm saying? When he goes out and plays, like any, you know what I'm saying? Like the Suns, for instance, like they don't have point guards that could handle him. So he'll have those, even and the Suns are in the Western Conference. So he'll have those nights when he does some work, but it's just a head scratcher move.
I guess it's a test, it's a trial run, but I feel like they could accomplish more by just not signing him. Because even if he comes back full force, he can't be your star player to win the championship.
I miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Even if you make this shot, why? Why do you need Isaiah Thomas? I don't like him as a player to win you games and championships. He's good to bring in fans and have a show going if your team's not good. But if you're really looking towards the future and your future is championships and that's your aspirations, bringing him in, even if he puts up 35 and whatever he put up, it's wow.
See, I really liked him going to the Magic because I thought that was the biggest reward he could. Like, that's the best place he can reestablish his reputation. That's where he's going to get the best role. And it's in the Eastern Conference. So if that team probably doesn't make the playoffs, but if they do, because they have a decent young core with Isaac, Gordon, and now Bamba. And if Isaiah was there, would show up the point guard position. Defensively, no, but offensively, they don't have anything offensively, really. So that would have been great for him. And I think they would have paid him more than $2 million a year.
I think so, too.
There's got to be something with his medical reports that we're not seeing because...
Everyone just sees him as damaged goods.
Yeah, damaged goods,
They saw the huge drop-off and what he did, and while he put up 17 points, it wasn't a good 17.
But he was damaged goods when he got traded to the Cavs, and they still wanted him. Yeah, they made him take a second-round pick, but even if he wouldn't have gone to the Cavs, the Celtics could have traded him already with the torn labrum to a lot of other teams, and they would have still took him. It was his volatility in the locker room that hurt his case. It was the volatility in the Cavs locker room and the Lakers locker room that hurt his case. It is the injury, but it was something more than that. And I think that his injury, since he had to have a second surgery, and is still not playing, might have been the reason the Magic didn't sign him, because they don't have.
There's a stockpile of reasons why teams didn't sign him.
Sure.
He's small.
I think he was worth over $2 million.
He's annoying. I think so too. I can't believe he got below the veterans minimum or something.
He got you can't get below the veterans minimum or whatever.
It's below something like the exception or some shit like that.
Yeah, he got below the MLE for sure.
But he should. I thought he would at least get $8 million. Because even when he was playing like Sacramento and stuff, he was getting $6 million, and that was way before the cap explosion. So just $2 million, that's crazy.